Ever plan to wake up by 5 a.m. to study, but the alarm hits, you hit snooze, and before you know it, it's 7:30 a.m. in the morning. Then you go to college, come back home, plan to study for another 6 hours. But notifications, they lead you to Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, and finally, your photo gallery. By then, it's 7 p.m., it's time to have your dinner. And after that, Netflix notifications start to pop in, and apparently, a new episode of Jujutsu Kaisen just got released. And you take your popcorn, sit down, and start watching that anime. And then, you end up watching some more random anime episodes, and by then, it's 12 a.m. in midnight. And you set your alarm again for 5 a.m. in the morning. Does it sound familiar? Stick around because we are going to figure out how to break this cycle altogether. These days, there's a lot of talk about prioritizing discipline over motivation. It's a solid perspective, no doubt. But let's not overlook the power of motivation. Discipline tells you to keep going even when you feel like crap.
Oh god, this feels like shit. Oh my god, it feels like shit. This is shit. This is absolutely shitty.
On the flip side, motivation is about genuinely doing something because you feel like doing it, you actually love doing it. So let's be real here. What sounds more appealing? Obviously motivation, right? So with this mindset, I want to share some practical tips on how to actually maintain your motivation because honestly, who wouldn't want a bit more of good stuff in their lives? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why you feel motivated and some practical tips on how to bring back your motivation. And as always, I'll link every single timestamp in the description box. So don't watch the entire video. Just click whatever you feel like watching, watch it and be motivated. So let's start by diving into the reasons behind you feel demotivated. First up, external pressures like work stress, societal expectations, deadlines and stuff like that. This could be a big problem to your motivation. Secondly, the feeling of working your socks off but they're not seeing any results. This could really be disheartening because you feel like you're doing everything that you possibly can, but you simply don't seem to get the results. So this makes you wonder if you're actually even enough. Like if you are the problem, you will start to wonder if you are the problem. And then the third reason could be, life throws curveballs at you. There are definitely some real substantial problems that will deserve your attention from time to time. And these can become a real problem when you're trying to focus on the work at hand. So now I'm going to be giving you individualized tips to handle these 3 individual enemies of motivation. Alright, so let's tackle the beast of societal expectations. So here's the real deal. You simply have to have this perspective change. When you shift your perspective and realize that you're doing this all just for yourselves, it's going to be an absolute game changer. If you want a good life, work for the good life that you want. Don't do it for others. If you're grinding just to make your parents happy, it might not cut it. But if you're grinding so hard to satisfy the inner drive to make your parents happy, then definitely it's going to work. But it sounds a bit selfish, right? But let's face the truth. The moment you actually start doing things for yourselves, it won't really be a struggle anymore. You're doing this for yourself. So you're doing this to grow. You're doing this to become better. Who wouldn't want to become better? So it is not a struggle at all. You're just doing this to become better. So it becomes effortless. And now, let's talk about the frustration of working really hard, but then not seeing any results. Picture this. You hit the gym, day 1, nothing. Day 2, nothing. Day 3, nothing. Day 50, you guessed it, still nothing. It can be downright disheartening, but some things really take time. Just fast forward a year or two, and by now, you're a solid 10 by 10. You got all these chiseled abs and muscles, and you're just the hottest guy around. Those efforts that you put on a daily basis will compound over time. Just like those muscles that you're trying to sculpt, your results may not be very apparent at the start. Patience is the name of game. It's like you plant seeds, water them, nurture them, and then one fine day they start to grow. It becomes beautiful. It gives you fruits. It'll be beautiful. So just chin up, keep grinding, and remember, Rome wasn't really built in a day, right? Your hustle is actually laying the foundation of something great, and you just need time for it to really unfold. Or sometimes, the methodology that you actually use to achieve your results might be just wrong. You might be traveling in a supercar in this direction. You might be going in this direction. But in fact, to achieve the results, you're supposed to be going this direction. So even though you're going in a supercar in a topmost speed, you are still doing it wrong. You are not going to achieve your results. So maybe it's time to introspect, work on your methodology. And now, dealing with the third issue at hand, real life problems. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff and tell you that even when you have all those problems around you, you're going to sit and study your NCRT or whatever books. Sometimes life will throw you real problems that need your full attention. I would ask you to solve those problems and then come back with clearer attention. You can't really be focusing on the work at hand when your house is literally on fire. You have to first prepare your environment, and only then you can actually focus at the work at hand. So, as I told you, I'm not going to sugarcoat. Solve the problem around you, come back clearer. Now that we have seen the 3 enemies of motivation, how to destroy, how to kill these 3 enemies of motivation, now I'm going to be sharing you some practical tips on how to actually stay motivated. Staying motivated can be a real challenge, but I have got these 8 tips that will really change your perspective. You have to be setting clear goals. Define what you really want to achieve. Only if you have a clear roadmap can you really start driving, right? You need to be knowing that you have to go in this direction so that you achieve the results. So set clear goals. For example, I want to complete 10 pages of Bailey today. It's a clear goal. Don't just be saying, I want to read Bailey today, because you simply will end up not even reading Bailey. So, I want to read 10 pages of Bailey today. I want to watch 3 videos of Maro today. I want to complete 5 Q-banks today. Simple. These are specific, and by the end of the day, you will know if you actually got it done or not. And start breaking down your goals. See, if you're just going to be talking about, I have to complete surgery in 3 months, it's going to be super hectic. You have to separate. Okay, in surgery, GAT, I'm going to be completing in 5 days. Hernia, I will take 6 hours today and complete it. Then vascular surgery, 5 hours, I will sit down today and study. This is how you have to plan. You have to break down your bigger goals into smaller, daily, easily achievable tasks. This is the 3rd point, but I feel like this should be actually the 0th point. Find your why. Like, you have to know why you're doing this. Like, why are you studying? Like, you need to have a purpose. Without a purpose, you are definitely not going to feel motivated at all. So find your reason. Okay, I am doing this to get rid of my education loans. I am doing this to build this massive hospital. I am doing this to make sure that my name is imprinted in the history of medicine forever. So have these goals. I'm doing this to help a lot of poor people. I'm doing this to help my relative who is suffering from this cancer, something like that. So have a clear goal, have a good why. This why will keep you motivated the whole time. And celebrate your small wins. It's okay to celebrate your wins. See, if you're losing something, you're just suffering a lot from that, right? So if you're winning something, it's time to celebrate. Okay, so you got good score, go out, eat something nice, appreciate yourself. You'll definitely feel better. You have to create a routine. Once you create a routine, it becomes super easy to just follow it. If you follow it, automatically your results will start coming up. If you say to yourself that I will wake up by 5 o'clock, I will study for 2 hours, it is going to happen. But if you're like, I have to study for 4 hours today, you don't even know when you will be having those 4 hours. You have no idea. So create a solid routine. By the way, in this video, I have talked with my friend Pragati. She has shared her wonderful routine. She wakes up by 4:30 and sleeps by 9:30. So definitely check this video out. It will definitely give you some idea on how routine will really help you out. Surround yourself with people filled with positivity. See, there are some people who just hamper your progress. Like, some people will not be studying. They'll just be having fun. So if you're around them, you'll also feel like, I don't have to study. I can just have fun. But when you surround yourself with people who are hustling hard, who are just studying all the time, you'll feel like, oh God, I should also be studying. So surround yourself with people who are directed towards your goals. So that you will also be like, okay, fine. People around me are working towards their goals. So I should also be working. So on the mindset, that mindset is very important. And you have to stay flexible. See, life is not like this, right? It will be like this, it is going like this. So just stay flexible. If you're not able to study for 4 hours today, it's okay. Try to complete the 4 hours in some other day. Like, if you're able to study just for 2 hours today, it's okay. Study those 2 hours tomorrow. Like, make sure you're flexible. Because if you're not being flexible, if you're being too rigid, you can't really be enjoying your life. You'll also be suffering because you didn't really keep up with your work. So stay flexible. And this is a point that most self-help gurus talk about. It's not really something I follow. It's about visualizing your success. Like, they recommend you to literally visualize. Like, yeah, I finally got the distinction that I wanted. I finally got the honor that I wanted. I finally got the medal that I wanted. You have to visualize. So if you keep visualizing, apparently it'll end up working. I don't know if this really works, but yeah, self-help gurus are sharing this. So I'm also sharing this to you. And remember, staying motivated is an ongoing process. You will stay motivated today, but you might not feel motivated tomorrow. You have to work on this consistently. Only then you can actually be staying motivated. I feel like this video was very, very theoretical, but it's because I got all these points after researching various research articles. I've been reading some articles and I've been compiling the data from those articles, and I've shared the most important points here. Given that I put a lot of effort in this, it'll take you 3 seconds to just hit the subscribe button if you come this long. So definitely hit the subscribe button. Let me know if you like this video by liking my video. So that's it. And this is a video that I feel like it is going to be absolutely useful. So definitely check it out and I'll meet you in this video.